Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's BTA's episode is The Demon's Quest Part 1 and 2. Man, it took till May to finally get an actual Ra's al Ghul episode. We did see a preview of him before in whatever the Vertigo episode was, but finally, we actually got Ra's al Ghul being the villain, front and center. Holy crap. So yeah, this was pretty good 2 episodes. So it starts off Robin. He's getting back to his dorm room and he gets kidnapped by some mysterious figures. 2 days have passed. Bruce has heard nothing about Dick Grayson or Robin when all of a sudden Ra's al Ghul and his lackey Obo come into the Batcave. Which I gotta say, the relationship between Obo and Bruce, it's so funny. It's like it reminds me of that one rap song, like "I'm your biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk." Like it's literally between those two. It's on site with them, and I'm here for it. I love it. Um, so Raish is like, "Hey, Bruce. So anyway, I know who you are because I've run this all powerful organization. I pretty much know everything. There's no secrets with me. Um, and my Talia was kidnapped the same night um, as your ward Dick, and here's a photo of them together. Yeah, so I'm gonna need your help with this one. So Batman, he looks at the photo. He's like, well, judging from the knife and the hemp used in the photo, I'm gonna say they're somewhere in Calcutta. So they end up going to Calcutta, and they get ambushed by a group of assassins. Batman interrogates one of them, and the thug reveals like the location. Also, I will say there is this like funny running joke where Raish likes to be in front always, and it's happened 2 times now. Like in the Batcave, Batman got in front of him, and Obu like punched him, and he's like infidel. And then in the alley, Batman was gonna go down the alley real quick, and then like threw him into some pots. And then Batman's like, "All right, that's strike one. That's strike two. You're on fucking thin ice, Obo." Um, so they get to the Malaysian palace where the one thug sends them, and Batman he goes running right in because he thinks that's where Robin is. I mean, he is like sprinting dead on to get in there. So when he gets in there, the door closes and out pops a leopard, I believe. Maybe no, it's not a jaguar. I think it's. I'm fairly certain it's a black leopard. It's not Black Panther because Black Panthers don't exist. But anyway, he takes care of the big cat. He like traps him in his cave and then like puts some knockout gas in the cave and there's Hazen. And then Obo, this motherfucker, he breaks down a steel door. um, and I'm just like, God damn, Obo! Like, Batman better watch the fuck out because that it was like this thick of steel, and the fact that he just like after maybe 5 nudges got well, not nudges, like full on full force shoulder. Um, so in that room, there's nothing, but there is a map with. Batman points out there's a small scratch, maybe like a finger in the Himalayas. So I'm guessing that's where our next location is going to be. So it is funny. Batman, he like very smart assily as they're getting out. He's like, "After you," to Raish because he's tired of Obo just being a dick. Um, so they get to the area. Bruce gets dropped off via helicopter, so he can scout ahead while Raish's men continue to prepare and advance when like a signal is given and whatnot. Anyway, so Batman he's parachuting out of the helicopter when all of a sudden Raish's helicopter gets shot down, and Batman he like shows no emotion whatsoever. He's like, all right, that just happened, I guess. So he gets in there, takes down several thugs, comes to Robin, takes down even more thugs, and then it's revealed that Raish was the one that was behind the entirety of this because Ra's is dying and he wants Batman to be his heir. Which once again he only refers to Batman as detective because like that's how he sees Bruce. Like a lot of people know him as Batman or as Bruce, but he sees him as a detective. So he's like, Bruce, how the hell did you figure out it was me? He's like, well, you kind of made it easy. Like, you somehow knew Robin and Talia were kidnapped on the same night. Whenever assassins were around, they targeted me and not you. And the one time I actually went ahead of you, Obo didn't freak the fuck out, and it was a trap, so it just kind of seemed to line up. And for that one part, I'm like, Bruce, you didn't give Obo a fucking chance. You were dashing in there, brother. Like, I don't think Obo could have caught up to you. Um, but anyway, so Batman's like, all right, we're done here. Let's get the fuck out of here, Robin. So Obo, he's like, you dare leave without the Master's permission? And Batman's like, yeah. So Obo goes to attack him, and then Batman's like, all right, that's strike three. So he knocks his ass out. Um, and then Raish, he's turned out to be like dying and whatnot. Like throughout the episode, he keeps like coughing and like struggling to hold himself together. So Talia, she shows up because she's there as well, obviously. And she's like, Bruce, you gotta help him. We gotta get him to the Lazarus pit. He's dying. And he's like, oh my god, fine. Whatever, let's do it, I guess. So they take him to the Lazarus pit and lower him down. And I mean, he's lowered down like 30 feet, 40 feet. And the wave, when he's put in, like it happens like a geyser. He's like pushed right out back to the cliff, and he's just like maniacally laughing. He's like, Talia goes to confront him, and he like holds her like this, and he's about to throw her off the side, and he's laughing maniacally. It's a really good laugh. Props to the voice actor. That's like up there with Joker laugh. Like it's so good. So that's the end of the first episode, where you have pretty much an insane Ra's al Ghul about to kill Talia. And then the next episode starts, and Obo's like, we got to stop him. This is really important, mind you. He's like, a Lazarus pit can bring a dying person back to life, but could kill a living person. I'm like, all right, weird rules, but whatever. So Batman, he uses grappling hook to pull Talia back, and then Ra's breaks out of the ropes, and he's going after Talia again. He's like, don't worry, Batman, I got this. And I'm thinking, no, you fucking didn't the first time. You almost had your ass. And if not for Batman, he would have got you. So he's approaching, and she slaps the absolute shit out of Ra's. And Ra's is like, oh, my God. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Lazar Pit kind of turns you a little wacky the first couple of minutes. And I'm just like, if that's the case, why not, like, load him into a fucking, like a shark cage or something? Like, something that, like, he can just freak out and all that stuff and just like get it out of his system. I feel like putting Talia in danger, needless. Well, anyone in danger because he's psycho at that point. But it's whatever. So Rachel's like, anyway, Batman. So back to it. I want you to be my heir because mankind sucks and I want to kill a lot of them and I need your help to do so. And Batman's like, no, leave me the fuck alone. No. So, alright, I'm gonna have to kill you then. You've seen too much, you know too much. Alright, let's leave him. So they all get out of here, and Ra's presses a button that pretty much just destroys the entire cave and whatnot. But it's Batman and Robin, so they get out of there lickety-split. Funnily enough, like, the mountain is literally next to a Wayne Enterprise hotel. So, Batman and Robin, they're talking, he's like, what the hell is where the hell do you think his base is? Like, surely you've heard like something last 2 days. And Robin's like, well, I heard the word Orpheus, so maybe that means something. So they were looking it up, and apparently a year ago a satellite called Orpheus was recently launched into space and it's orbiting the Sahara Desert. And they're like, all right, well, that's probably where his desert stronghold is. And at this point, Batman doesn't know Ra's plan, if there is a plan. All he just knows is Ra's wants to do something about the world and humanity. So there's technically not really a reason for him to go back, considering Ra's has like an army at his disposal, but Batman does anyway. And he sneaks in by following a camel caravan, and he takes the last guy out. So he gets to the stronghold trying to snoop around, but Obo figures it out and captures him. And Ra's, she like unmasks Batman. He's like, holy shit, you're alive. Damn, dude. I knew I respected the right person. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the satellite to set off all the bombs around the many Lazarus pits around the world, because there's probably countless a number of Lazarus pits. Essentially what it is, if you don't know, it's it's kind of like a natural spring with, they literally say, like an unknown chemical substance that has rejuvenating factors. Like that's literally all they know. It's funny. Like Raish is like 600 years old, and he's like, I don't know how the fuck it works. It just does, Batman. So Raish wants to set off bombs across many of the Lazarus pits throughout the world, so that way there'll be a chain reaction to flood many of like the populated areas around the world, bringing nature back and then humanity underneath. And Raish is like, Batman, do you know how many lives is going to be lost? And Batman's like, I don't know, fucking countless. And he's like, oh yeah, about 2,500,900, what, like an exact number, like he calculated that, which at the time, the population of Earth was like 5.3 billion. So essentially, he was pretty much going to Thanos the Earth and kill half of humanity. Um, so Batman's like, all right, at this point, you're just a fucking lunatic, dude. Like, I don't know what you're on, but you're just crazy. So Raish is like, all right, take his belt off for whatever reason, take his shirt off, leave his caldo as a mark of honor, because I respect the little guy, and then chain him up to the tower because I want him to see this happen. So, as resourceful as Batman is, you would think to like tell the guards, "Hey, make sure your eyes are on him at all times." But they don't. They get cocky, and then Batman he like you pulls out a bobby pin from his mouth, and then that's how he escapes. And then here's like the cell bar in front of the two guards. He literally like pulls their turbans and like thunks them on the head to get out. So it's about to be doomsday, but then Batman he like takes a grenade and goes to the armory and then just disintegrates pretty much like the whole base. Like I'm just saying there's no way Batman did that and there was no deaths from it. So everything is exploding, but the countdown's still going with like the I guess the control console or console with like the satellite connected to the other satellite, if it makes sense. Anyway, so he's about to destroy it. Him and Obo have a fight. Batman wins, and Rachel's like, all right, fuck this. Batman, you and me, we're going, all right? Me, you're superior, you're gonna fight you, all right? You gonna do it? Huh? Huh, Batman? So they have a fight, and it's pretty evenly matched, but it's getting like really close to countdown, like 2 seconds left, and then Batman takes his sword because they were having a sword fight and throws it right at where the signal was outputting to the satellite, and that thankfully destroys it, bringing like the satellite out of orbit, crashing to Earth. Don't really know how that works, but it's whatever. So effectively, completely wrecking Raish's plan. So Raish, absolutely pissed. He's fighting Batman more and more, right beside another different Lazarus pit. So he's about to, or no, Raish does fall in, and he like stabs his sword through literal rock. I don't know what the fuck that sword's made out of. And Batman's like, Raish, reach down, I'll save you. And Raish is like, you know what? I feel like I need to be returned to Earth. You win this, detective. All right, bye bye. So he drops down, and that's the end of that. All the men have fled. All that's left is just Talia and Bruce. And the whole time, like, Talia is throwing up, like, these kissy signals and whatnot. She's, like, tells Bruce she loves him and whatnot. And it's so funny because, like, pretty much the entirety of the 2 episodes, Batman could not care less about her. Like, the chemistry is just so little. So at the end, when Bruce and Talia are approaching the plane that Robin dropped him in on, Talia's like, oh, so you're going to keep me prisoner or whatever? And then Bruce kisses her and just kind of leaves her in the desert. I'm like, damn, Bruce could have given her a ride. Like, she's in the middle of the Sahara Desert with just a camel. Like, yeah, I know camels are meant for desert travel, but damn, dude, could have given her a ride to at least, like, the closest airport or something. So then it ends with the final shot over the Lazarus pit, and then Raish's hand pops over the pit, meaning, he's alive. And I'm just like, well, what the hell? He was, like, perfectly healthy now, and by your own logic, he should be dead because he was about to die and they put in the pit, then brought back to life. Now, like, pretty much near perfect health, he falls in and he just comes back. Like, why even mention that? Like, or was it just not tested? I don't know. But anyway, Raish is still a threat. He knows Batman's secret identity and Robin's. but I guess like the reason why Raish never really makes it public is because like the respect he has for him, which is nice. So yeah, that was the Demon's Quest. Good. It's just like I wish like there would have added just a few more details to it, like why did Ra's survive, or why did Batman even go after Ra's in the first place? I mean, he knew a plan was coming, but he didn't know like the plan was going to be so absolute because Ra's had the Orpheus thing as like a backup plan because he wanted his ward to serve his plan. So to gradually decrease the amount of humans instead of like a full on slaughter all at once. But I don't know. Like it's good. It's just a few more extra things could have really elevated that to be a 7 out of 7. So it's not 4 or lower. So I'm between 5 and 6. Really wish they would do a little bit more with Talia. All she really did was fawn over Batman the whole time, and that was pretty much it. Uh, Underutilized Robin too. That's always a sin. So yeah, I think I'll give this a 5 out of 7. Yeah, yeah, just yeah, good, not great, good. But anyway, bye bye.